Alrighty, here we go. Virgo Cup Finals. Holy shit. Never thought I'd see this. Alright, so, competition looking tough. Interesting couple of items here. Let's take a look at this. Alright, so it's 3v3v3. I bring 3 horses, and then 2 other trainers bring 3 horses. And then we unleash them on the track, and we see who wins. It's a 1,600 mile track. It's actually a fairly short race for a champions meeting, so should only take like maybe 110 seconds or so. All right. So this is my team here. I have 3 different horses. First one here, Summer Maruzensky, good old Big Boobs McGee in her bikini. She is a front runner, and she has been pretty popular the past couple of champions meetings. Probably not doing the best this time around, but I figured since I spent a lot of in-game currency for her, having to stash that up for a couple months, figured I'd give her a go. Got 5 stats here that all pertain to how your horse runs. They're pretty self-explanatory. Speed, obviously higher speed. You do better stamina. Longer races, you need a bit more stamina. Power, for you to power on through to the end. Guts is kind of a negligent stat right now, but it's basically just how much willpower your horse has to finish, and then wit is how well you proc skills. And then obviously we have different grades on the different turf, and just the position that you're in as well. So Maruzensky, Summer Maruzensky here, she is a front runner. She wants to be number 1 for pretty much the majority of the race here. I was able to max out her speed, and I did well on her wit. Her power is a little bit lacking. I would have liked to see this around more like 1,000. There is the skill cap at 1,200, but hopefully she will do all right. I'm guessing just based off of the last rounds that she has done, I'm guessing she's probably going to not win this overall. She might hit probably 3rd or lower with this, but I did have her aptitude up to S. Was able to get her a shit ton of skills, so hopefully that high wit will help out proc a whole bunch of these skills, which basically just helps keep them in the lead. Increase the ability to go to the front early race, during the mid race, ability to go to the front again, increase velocity, acceleration, a couple recovery skills, and then hopefully if she is still in first, she hits angling and scheming here to increase acceleration and be able to win it overall. Second up, I have Taiki Shuttle. She has been very popular this race, these amount of races. She's basically built for this particular track, and I was able to do pretty well on her. I was able to fully max out on speed. I got power up to 1,000. She is a little bit low in wits. I would have rather have had that about 600 to 700. But what can you do when you're free to play here? But was able to get Mile S. She is a pace chaser, so she is going to want to be between 2nd and 4th overall during the entirety of the race out of the 9 positions, and then try and surge at the end, which she should do with her unique shooting for victory here. Also have a whole bunch of gold skills. Gold skills are really good to get. Basically got a whole bunch of different corner velocity skills, no stopping me at the end to try and move in front in case there's some horse in front of her that blocks the way. Overall, she's done quite well for me, and I think has actually been the top overall podium winner over these past 79 races or so. Hopefully she will get the gold for me here. She is number 3 favorite, and then surprisingly for number 2 is Ogre Cap here, good old fatty. I actually did quite well with her. I am literally just 2 off of maxing speed, got really good power, a little bit low on the wits once again, but I was able to get turf and mile S. These add like a theoretical about 12 or 240 speed on top, so she should be very, very fast in the end game if everything procs correctly. She is a late surger, so she's going to be in the back about ranges 5 to 8 overall for the race, and then hopefully surge right at the end. The big thing with her, with the late surger, is that they're really gamblers. So what she needs to do is to hit this skill, let's pump some iron, if she is in the 6th position on the final lap, to greatly increase that acceleration up at the end. She also has Triumphant Pulse here, which is her unique skill in order to break that out. Other than that, just a whole bunch of mid-race skills to try and get her into the exact position of 6 to be able to proc these 2 skills and to take these 2 here, no stopping me, and on your left. These are 2 very valuable gold skills to be able to maneuver yourself and increase acceleration all the way until the end of the race. So that's overall, kind of look at it, have a front person pace and a late, just kind of general overall look there. Let's take a look at, yeah, this is what kind of is interesting here. You don't really want to see a Karen-chan on mile races. It's a little bit not the best horse for this particular aptitude, mainly because of her unique. You really don't want to pass another runner halfway through the race when you're a pace chaser. So this is really odd, although she did get speed star. That's a pretty solid one there. She does have really decent attributes, though. Looks like they're also having some issues with getting the right width. I'm guessing she's probably not going to do the greatest. Vodka, though. Vodka is a very, very tough late searcher. She's probably overall, stat for stat, a bit better than Ogre Cap. This one is actually quite a monster here. Almost completely maxed out on speed and power. No Mile S, though, which is going to kind of dramatically drop that at the end. Interesting. Was able to get Furious Feet at the end, but does not have the Let's Pump Some Iron aptitude, which all late surgers should have. So although this is more of like a gambly type of horse, mine should fare a little bit better. Let's take a look at this Taiki. Not bad overall, actually. Very solid wit, a little bit lacking in power, but that wit might help out overall if she has the right skills. Which she definitely does here. She has 3 uniques, which is pretty solid. Every Taiki has a shooting for victory skill, but she was able to pick up Redshift and Triumphant Pulse there. Let's see, looks like we got... It's on no stopping. No Mile Maven, but even then, that's a pretty solid horse. This one might be a run for overall winner, especially against my own Taiki. And then we got one more. Here's our other trainer here. What do we have here? Solid stats there as well. Good passives. There's that Mile Maven. That might make or break it. This is the only one that does have Mile Maven. I wasn't able to get that on my horse, unfortunately. Very solid skills overall. Unyielding Spirit is actually a pretty good choice for passing ability overall, especially if they're a little bit towards the back at the end. This one might be one to look out for. Pretty solid Ogre here. I'll definitely win in the speed off just because they don't have turf or Mile S like mine. They do have Let's Pump Some Iron on that, so at least they're smart enough for a late surger. A little bit lacking on the gold skills overall. They're definitely, they definitely overcommitted to these straightaways and corners. These just give you like a little moderate increased velocity, but with the corners, you definitely don't want that. You definitely want that more towards the end or actually have these specific skills. They overcommitted a little bit to the passives, which might be their downfall there. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, this Vodka isn't as scary as the other one potentially. Once again, they didn't have Let's Pump Some Iron which they had on this one. You definitely want that skill. Yeah, the other vodka looked a lot tougher here. These are going to be some tough races, though, overall, but I'm pretty confident in my own. My overall guess, I'm guessing Summer Maru here is probably going to peter out at the end. So really it's going to be a showdown, hopefully, between my own two horses here, between Taiki Shuttle and Ogre Cap. Hopefully I'll be able to get the win. I don't know, man. This is going to be real tough. I've never been this far before. God, it's almost like a fluke, it seems like. But let's... oh, boy. Let's give a good old emote there and have at it. All right. Number 3 favorite there. Number 2 for my Ogre Cap, and then overall, yeah, this Taiki is, at least just stats-wise, looking the best. Hopefully, either my gamble works or my Taiki just wins out overall just through sheer brute force in a pace chaser mode. But let's do it. Virgo Cup. All right, 1,600 meters. It's a mile race. It's kind of a shorter mile race too. So, like I said, this might only last about like a minute, 45 seconds, minute and a half at the max. It's gonna mostly follow my Marzinski just because that was the first horse that I chose. We'll see how everyone does here. No late starts, and we are good to go. Alright, actually, yeah, that's really good for most folks. Positioning here. Alright, Maru is heading off, doing well, sitting off at first. My Taiki's a little bit rushing forward. As long as she doesn't dip below fourth, we're sitting good. Ogre is actually sitting very well out of the 6th place here. As long as my girls keep procking their skills, don't lose the wood check, we're doing well. Sitting good at first and third through the first quarter here. Professor of Curvature is always very nice. Keep that velocity up through everything. Should hopefully see some uniques proc here pretty soon. Okay, Summer Mars proc, she should hit her unique anytime soon, hopefully. Here we go, okay. So this is her unique, that's going to increase velocity overall for the rest of the race. Hopefully keep her in first for that angling and scheming in the final corner, which we're already approaching. God, this goes fast. Sitting good at first and second. If we could get Taiki to hit here, and for Ogre Cap to stay in 6th, we're good. Okay, Taiki's hidden. This is going to keep her acceleration going, and also up her velocity a little bit, although all 3 Taikis hit. Alright, good. Ogre hit, let's proc some iron. She should start shifting up here pretty soon. Yeah, Mars dipping, but Ogre's going to be dueling up. My girls have the arrows on top of them. Okay, Ogre's actually sitting good. It looks like she's in 2nd place. She's going to go Super Saiyan here, and then hopefully she's going to hit the pulse out and hit it all the way through to the end. Oh, she's hitting first. Keep it up, keep it up! She's first! Yeah, baby! Yes! Yes! First place! Yes! Fuck yes! Oh my god. It's not a cumulative. It's whoever on the team gets first wins it all. It doesn't matter for all of the other horses. My other 2 horses could have been in dead last, but because Ogre won first, she wins the overall match. We got 3rd there in 6th. All right. Holy shit. Yeah, baby. Oh my god. Okay, so what was that overall placing then? Okay, holy shit, I'm like shaking. Ogre, wow, that is a really fast pace, minute 30. Oh, it looks like, yeah, it was always a battle of the Taikis with oh god, I'm getting tongue-tied. It's always a battle of the Taikis with this race over the past prior 79 races that I had to deal with. Taiki spin in every single one of them. Each team was bringing a Taiki. And then... Alright, so... Actually, that's surprising. I thought the other Taiki might have hit it, but this one had the Mile Maven overall. Yeah, she just lost out on the Wits game for some odd reason, which is very, very odd. But my Taiki did pretty well. She got 3rd place overall. Pretty solid stats there. How else did this turn out? Yeah, because my Ogre Cap was in 6th place, these other 2 vodkas, these late gamblers, they weren't able to make it. And hit Let's Pump Some Iron, so they weren't able to get that gamble win at the end. Yeah, I'm a little sad that Big Boobs McGee didn't overall do a little bit better, but she wasn't doing the greatest in the second round. First round, she was just smoking noobs left and right, but second round was a lot tougher for her, but I didn't want to completely train up a whole brand new horse. It took like a solid probably 5 or 6 runs to try and get this, and each run takes like 40 minutes to do, so I really didn't want to deal with that. Yeah, like I thought, Karan-chan just overall wasn't the greatest, losing by that. Overall, let's see here. Yeah, pace 1.5, and then I was only a half a length behind this Taiki shuttle, so if I had... Yeah, if I just had a bit more in the Wits game and just slightly more power, I might have been able to get actually second with my own Taiki. She's actually been doing well overall. And then, yeah, this Ogre Cap. Man, they must have just not procced anything, which is very, very odd, because they do have some solid skills. Very interesting. Proof of Power. That's right, baby. Virgo Platinum. That's a very hard badge to hit. But yeah, we can actually see the last 5 of the races before this one. My Taiki was actually doing well overall. She had 2 first-place finishes and then a second on the podium. Overall, with the total 80 races 80 race gauntlet that I had to go to, she was top 3 almost 60% of the time. Her win rate was actually a solid 20 out of 80, so that's definitely nothing to sneeze at. I'm actually pretty happy with this overall. Pretty solid. Solid work from my own Taiki here. Yeah, their gamblers just wasn't doing all that well. Very interesting to see this Taiki must have just procced everything correctly to hit that 3rd. Yeah, this Ogre Cap just... Something is not clicking with this horse, but overall you can see my Marzensky for the last 5 races hasn't been doing the greatest either. Absolutely flunked race number 5 there, but was able to get 3rd in that last round. Overall, yeah, her win rate was only 10%, but she did hit the podium almost half of the time, which is pretty solid stats, especially for a character who isn't really meant to be in this mile race overall. But not too bad for Marzensky. Basically, she had to stay in first and keep in first. But yeah, my late gambler overall, as you can see, this is why she's a gambling horse. If she doesn't hit that specific speed or that specific 6th position, she just does not win or can even podium. So 6th, 8th, 6th there, but was able to get a 1st and 2nd. Wow, actually, now with this 1st place finish, technically her win rate is slightly above my own Taiki shuttle, and was able to hit top 3 52.5% of the time. Definitely a very solid horse overall. Yeah, I was pretty happy with the skills and everything else like that. Now that she is 1st place here, she's not going to the glue factory at all. None of these are going to the glue factory, and we can actually celebrate them overall. Oh, interesting. This Taiki shuttle, they must have specialty made this horse for the finals. You basically have like 24 hours notice after qualifying for the finals before it actually happens. So a lot of different trainers like to essentially just do a last-minute grind to try and beat it out, but unfortunately with this one, just wasn't able to get that power up in time. And also just wasn't able to get that mild maven or the other correct skills to be able to get this going, even though the wit is pretty solid. But overall, oh man, I'm losing my voice. I haven't talked like this in a long time, but yeah, baby. First place. Damn right, Otsukare-sama deshita. Fucking bitch. That's right, we're first place, baby! Yeah! Holy shit.